What's up, YouTube? It's your boy again, coming back to another video on this channel. I want to talk about what's going on between Sony and Disney about Spider-Man. Kind of talk about give my thoughts on it. But first, a word from our sponsor. As mentioned before, this is the sponsor part of the video. This time, this video is sponsored by SpiderSoap. SpiderSoap has been sponsoring this channel as well as my other channel for a while now, and it is a really good company. Overall, really good. It is a soap company, in case you didn't already know. SpiderSoap. SpiderSoap is again, soap company, as well as I think a clothing company, I think too. Here's this one. Here is for this soap. This is the 4-ounce lavender soap. This is personally my favorite. Sorry. This is one of their two smelling soaps that they have. The other soap is this one right here, which is their shea butter, / peppermint smell. Yeah, which is really nice. So as you can tell, it's a 4-ounce block, really good. Helps in a lot of stuff, keeps you clean, all that stuff. Really good company. Check them out. Links in the description box down below. Alright guys, now time to go back to your regular scheduled video. So thank you SpiderSoap for sponsoring this video, much appreciated. Check them out in the description box down below as I mentioned before. But onwards to talking about Spider-Man and what's going on between Sony and Disney. So the way I understand it is Sony and Disney basically collaborated on Spider-Man. I'll explain. So Marvel, as you know, created comic books and like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, all the rest of the Avengers and everybody else. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, Spider-Man was bought by Sony. I don't know why, but it was. But anyways, it got bought by Sony. You got in the early 2000s, you got what's his name? Tobey Maguire playing Spider-Man as the kind of like the high school version of Spider-Man. So you got that kind of level, or that trilogy that Tobey Maguire was in, and then you move on to Andrew Garfield, sorry, who played the Amazing Spider-Man, which is I think like more of a middle school into high school or early high school-ish Spider-Man. That was just a pair of movies and that's it. And then you get Homecoming, and then the other Spider-Man movie, Far From Home. There we go. That's what I was looking for with Tom Holland. Tom Holland, or the movies that Tom Holland was part of, was kind of like the middle school, elementary school level of Spider-Man. So we kind of get this interesting backwards trend of Spider-Man, starting from Tobey Maguire to Tom Holland. And it's pretty interesting to see how Sony and Disney are kind of being like pairing up for Far From Home and Homecoming, because they actually collaborated on those two movies. So it's pretty interesting to see that. But now Disney basically wants to help out more with the financing of the movies and all that stuff, and Sony basically said no. And long story short, they broke ways. And over the last couple of days, I've been seeing so many memes on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff showing Tobey Maguire kind of making a joke to Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, saying like trilogy and all that stuff. It's pretty funny, in my opinion at least. But overall, it's kind of interesting to see or how it's going to be going forward with Spider-Man, because we already got enough times to see. We already seen enough times that Uncle Ben dying and seeing the same movies over and over, or same style movies over and over and over again, to the point where I kind of lost interest in it. At least like starting with going into the Amazing Spider-Man, and plus I think there's like multiple reboots of the same movie. So that's the thing about me, is like I believe that if you've seen it once, you kind of seen it 100 times. With a few exceptions, I've seen Gladiator like 20 times in theaters or something crazy, but anyway, that's a different story. My thing is that, do I believe that Sony and Disney need to focus this out or work this out? Yeah, because starting with like the Avenger movies and Spider-Man having his own two, lack of a better word, spin-offs from in the MCU, and then you get to see like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Mans, which are part of the MCU but not really, but kind of is. So it's kind of interesting to see how that would work, especially since you got like Venom 2 coming out sometime, I think early next year or into next year. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how all of that is going to be turning out to be, especially since Spider-Man was the first Venom symbiote before what's his name, Ed Brock, and who was I think like the second or third or fourth Venom, if not mistaken. But it's pretty interesting to see what this one action that Sony and Disney has done that will basically push the dominoes moving forward, and kind of seeing what kind of falls to the floor in a way. So that's just my thoughts. I hope Sony and Disney work this out and kind of figure this out, because I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and being part of the MCU and seeing him in Avengers Infinity War as well as in Endgame. So that's just my opinion of it. But leave your thoughts and comments in the description box down below. Or not just the description box, in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think, but overall, that's what I think. So just as a quick wrap up, thanks for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel as well as my other channel. Also, don't forget to check out Spar Soap. Links to the description box down below. Have a good one. Peace.